It doesn't matter whether you're a woodworker, a CNC machinist, a maker, an artist. If you make things, we all want more customers. The original idea for this video was just to share 5 ways to get more customers. But as I was coming up with a list for that, I started thinking, there are a lot of things that people probably do that think they're gonna get customers by doing them, but actually it yields very little results. All right, the first way not to get more customers is coming up with a business name. It's really common to think that you need to come up with a business name in order to sell the things that you make. And that's not true at all. There's a lot of time wasted on coming up with the perfect business name. And I'm not saying that that's not important down the road. Actually, a lot of these things that I'm going to share are important at some point. But when you're first getting started and trying to attract more customers, coming up with a business name really isn't going to help you all that much. The next way to not get more customers is by building a website, especially if you're building a website too early. And a website is important, again, at some point. But if you have 0 customers and you are trying to attract customers, building a website is not going to get you more customers. It's going to be very time consuming and it can be expensive, but you're going to put money to it, and the return on that you're not going to be happy with, especially when there's social media these days. A website is something that is further down the road. All right, number 3 is trying to come up with the perfect idea or the perfect product. Everything that I've made and sold is the result of something that I made. You're going to learn the most by actually making that idea that you have. In most cases, an idea in your head is not going to attract more customers. But by making something and iterating on it and improving on it and showing people it, that is going to gain interest because people can actually see what you made. All right, number 4, although I wish this one was true, is spending money on tools. Now, buying necessary tools obviously is necessary, it's important. But if you think buying that bigger shop or that better tool or I just need this is going to bring you more customers, you're wrong. Now, buying tools and upgrading tools is a part of growing a business, and it may enable you to serve more customers, but those aren't going to bring in new customers. The 5th way not to attract more customers is by simply looking around and watching what everybody else is doing. It is beneficial to observe and look and see what your competition is doing, but we can get stuck in that place where we're just looking at what everybody else is doing and we're not actually doing anything ourselves. Today's video is sponsored by the CNC Inner Circle. It's an exclusive group for CNC business owners that all have one goal in common. They want to make money with their CNC. But just don't take my word for it. Listen to what longtime members Drew and Zach have to say about the CNC Inner Circle.
Hello, my name is Drew Carpenter. I own a small woodworking business that's been operating for about 3 years now, right outside of Winfield, West Virginia. The main thing I like about being in this group is everyone's has the same like-minded goal to be able to push themselves to try to get new products out there, to try to get things to make it more efficient, to try to just grow. You want to be able to surround yourself with people that have like-minded goals, and that's really the key to being able to grow. People that's taken that step along with you, that it just makes you feel a lot more confident around to be able to speak your mind about things that you want to try, or just being able to hear other people's experience. If they got a win, it's motivating to be able to use that to try to move yourself forward.
Hi, I'm Zach with CNC Woodworking. I joined Andy's CNC Inner Circle as soon as it became available, as I'd had a CNC in the past and never did anything with it. I'd ordered a new modern CNC, and as soon as the group found out that I had one sitting on the shelf while I was waiting for this one to show up, they encouraged me to get it out. They helped me work through software. They helped me figure out how to get things working. We made some interesting projects. They've really been an encouragement. And the wealth of knowledge that we share and the meetings that we have where we get together and just talk about CNC and life is great.
Now, this is a paid group. The cost is $27 a month, but this is an exclusive group, and you have access to all of my digital files, all of my guides, and I post exclusive content in there weekly, and you're supporting what I do to help me continue to do what I do and create this content. So if you're a CNC owner and want to make money with your CNC, check out the link in the description below for more details. All right, so now let's look at 5 ways you can get more customers. The number one way that you can get more customers is by making a product for a niche. Now, this might sound counterproductive, but hear me out. I've learned this lesson over and over and over again. If you try to appeal to everyone, you'll end up appealing to no one. Especially when you're getting started, it's really important to niche down. Now, as you grow, you can get wider and wider and wider. You can attract more people. But if you try to start up here at the funnel, you're just gonna get lost in that mix. There's so many people up there, and the people that are up there have a stronger brand than you and that have a more powerful product than you, and you're just gonna get dominated. So you gotta get down here towards the bottom of the funnel where there's a smaller sample size of people, but you can appeal directly to them. They have an interest, and their interests are more focused. All right, number 2 is look for problems to solve. Almost every business, it doesn't matter what industry they're in, is in business to solve a problem. So if you find a problem, a pain point in the niche that you're in, you will automatically be pushed to the front because people want their problem solved. All right, the next way to get more customers is to lead with value. So many times, I'm guilty of this, we think in terms of what am I going to get out of this? And that is the wrong way to think about it. Yes, you are going to get paid. Yes, we have to think about price and time we have into it. But when you're trying to attract new customers, lead with value. Offer something for free. Offer something for a discounted rate. Go above and beyond of what is expected, and the value that comes back to you, it will return. So lead with value and more customers will come. All right, number 4 is letting people know what you do. If you are a woodworker in your garage and you don't share it with anybody, but you want to sell products, no one knows what you have for sale if you don't tell them. No one knows what you do if you don't tell them. When people know what you do and either they have a need themselves, they'd be like, oh, so-and-so does this, I'm going to ask them. Or a friend hears of another friend that needs a table built or needs some business consulting or whatever it may be, people know what you can do and refer them to you. The 5th way to get more customers is by building a portfolio. Traditionally, this was done on a website, or even more traditionally, this was done in a book. But today, we can use social media. There are a lot of different ways to use social media, but I recommend starting a page just to take, if nothing else, just take finish shots of the work that you create. What this does is it's not even necessarily for the people that are on social media to see it, but when you come across somebody in public or someone contacts you, you can send them to your social media page and they can see all the work that you've done. It's a really powerful tool. It gives you a lot of credibility and it really shows your ability right away. To whereas if someone comes to you and they just know you're a woodworker, they don't know what you're capable of and they don't know what you build. So it automatically gets you over that big hurdle because people want to picture what you can do and picture what you can do for them. If you're interested in the CNC Inner Circle, that information is down below. And leave a comment below if you have a strategy to attract more customers that I didn't mention. I limited myself to 5 and 5. Obviously, I could have gone longer, but if you feel like I left one out, leave it down below so we can all read it and learn from it. If you haven't, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you do not miss my upcoming content. And I'll also put this video right here that is closely related to what we are talking about here, and I think you'll like that one too. Be sure to check that one out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.